What happened took place on the night of December 24th, 1996, Christmas Eve. That night, Ethan Miller was completely alone. Not emotionally, physically. He was the only person scheduled to work the overnight shift at a small electrical substation hidden deep in the mountains of Colorado. The facility supplied power to a handful of remote towns and stretches of highway that almost no one used in winter. During heavy snowfall, it was common for the roads to become impassable for days. That night, the snow was relentless. Ethan had worked there for 3 years. He knew the building well, every sound it made, every hum of the generators, every creak in the walls when the temperature dropped. But Christmas night always felt different, too quiet, as if the mountain itself was holding its breath. At 11:58 p.m., Ethan poured himself his third cup of coffee and sat back in the control chair. He turned on the shortwave radio, just static, no music, no voices. Outside, the wind slammed into the building hard enough to rattle the windows. For a moment, it almost sounded like knocking. At 12:01 a.m., the main door alarm activated, a sharp, sudden sound that made Ethan jump. He checked the monitor. The door was still closed. That door could only be opened from the inside, or with a physical key. And there were only 2 keys. One was locked in a safe. The other hung around Ethan's neck. He assumed it was a system error, old building, old wiring. He reset the alarm. The room fell silent again. 2 minutes later, the alarm went off a second time, but this time something else appeared on the screen. A system message. Presence detected in Corridor B. Ethan stared at it. Corridor B connected the control room to the generator area. It had no motion sensors, no cameras. It wasn't supposed to detect anything. He didn't call it in. There was no one to call. Instead, he grabbed the flashlight from the wall and stepped into the hallway. The air felt colder there. His footsteps echoed softly against the concrete floor. Halfway down the corridor, the flashlight beam caught something on the ground, footprints, fresh, wet, leading away from him. Ethan followed them slowly. They went all the way to the generator room. The door was open. That's when he heard the voice. It was quiet, low, male. It wasn't shouting, it wasn't whispering. It sounded like someone talking to themselves, repeating something over and over. Ethan backed away. That's when the radio clipped to his belt, crackled to life on its own, an incoming transmission. The voice that came through made his stomach drop. It was his voice, calm, recorded, dated December 24th, 1995. Station active, Christmas shift, I'm alone. Ethan didn't remember recording it. The transmission continued. His voice sounded tired, uneasy. If anyone hears this, don't open the door. It learns. Behind him, the main door alarm went off again, but this time, it wasn't the alarm tone. It was slower, rhythmic. Someone was knocking. Ethan never answered. The next morning, a maintenance crew arrived when the storm finally cleared. The station was fully operational. Power never went out. Inside the control room, they found a warm cup of coffee, a flashlight still on, and a radio transmission time-stamped 12:12 a.m. The final message said, "It doesn't like being alone, neither do I." I opened the door. Ethan Miller was never found.